Yeah, basic strategy and common sense would both bless this double down against the dealer's four. The issue, the point that I'm trying to make, is simply the vast amounts of money that are involved here. That was 20 grand down, and 20 grand for the double, and it was gone. Now, this guy is new to me. I'll provide a link to um, this particular session. But what all I'm trying to say in all of these demos that I put up, all of the presentations, is that if you bet randomly, then you are completely at the mercy of whatever comes out of the shoe. In terms of, if it's a negative shoe for you, in other words, if you lose more bets than you win, then if you're a random punter like this guy, then you're screwed. And he's not alone. The Vegas Mats, the Bobby Rivases, the Jason Balkys, Mr. Handpay, the Dana Whites, the Crazy Codys, all of them, all of the Shills, all of the hawkers, the touts in the YouTube gambling channels, they're all the same. They can only make money when they win more bets than they lose because they bet randomly. It is such a definite, obvious mathematical fact, but none of them gives a damn about it because all they know is that the way they're doing things is that they can make a ton of money while losing a ton of money because they're bulletproof. Okay, so that's the only point that I'm making, and it's just so easy to prove that random betting is dangerous and stupid and playing into the casino business plan. But by golly, all of these people do it because they don't have to worry. At the end of the day, when they lose, it's just a cost of doing business, and soon enough, they'll they'll get their money back. And yeah, they got a great business plan themselves, almost as good as the casino's business plan. But it's kind of off, don't you think? I mean, it's they're there to drag people in, lambs to slaughter, idiots to lose their money, and so often, as I saw in many years in Nevada, so often people who lose huge sums of money and maybe go away to do themselves real harm. It's not their money, not all of it anyway, and that's the biggest problem. All right then, it's beer time. Never ever touch booze when you're playing for real money, but doing what I'm doing, well, not such a worry. And I'm so mechanical anyway about the way I play these things. Ooh, that was crudely, rudely nasty. That's a double for the bush. Just right. Okay. Uh-oh. Where are we at? That's a +1, isn't it? 51. Repeat. It's not quite enough to get away from the... Oh, shitola. Oh, that should have been a double. Damn it. All right, now I can make it a double. Baka. 2, 3. And back to the min. Double for the loss. That's a repeat, I guess. 51. Oh dear. 2, 3. Oh, just right. All right, minimum. I think that's good enough. I think we had a double there, didn't we? So we don't want to be greedy. Whoa! That was a bit of a shock. Was that a plus? I think it might have been, but I'm not absolutely sure. All right, that's 1, 2. Oh, easy peasy. Nice and easy. Easy breezy. Double for the loss. Repeat. $51. Getting a lot of those, aren't we? Repeat. Baka. Double for the pushover. 3, 4. Gotta love those. They happen to both of us. They've happened to both sides, you know. +1. Plus another one. Oh dear. 1, 2. 3, 4. Ah, 7, 8. Oh my goodness. Oh God. 15, 8 dropped to 3. Okay, so that's 4. So that's 11, 8. We'll leave it at that. It's not quite right for an upgrade. 19, 20, 20. Oh, look at that. That was lucky. One, 2. Oh, that's good. $51. 2, 3. Oh, 5, 6. Long grass. Anything over 500 is long grass. Back to the min. 51. 2, 3. Ah. Another nice 22 up there. I'm liking those. Last one. 51. Two, three. Damn it. 5, 6 again. We're at the tail end of this one. That was clever, wasn't it? 11, 6, drop. 2, 3. Okay. So that's 8, 6. Oh, nicely. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. We're back there again in the long grass. That was good. Yeah, we're not burning barns this time, but we're doing all right. More, please. Continuously. Yeah, best I've ever had is 3 in a row. Best I've ever seen a dealer get is 3 in a row. Oh. Is that 3, 4? It must be, mustn't it? 7, 8. 15, 8, drop. 18, 8. 15, 8, we'll call that 3, 2 in 500s. Oh, 5, 4. Oh, that's a shame. 1, 2. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to take it, I'll tell you. Because now we're doing well. 1, 2 maybe? Try again. 3, 4. Back to the min. So important. Win it, then win it. I think that's 1, 2 again, isn't it? Oh, perfect. Yeah, I don't know how people can watch these and then just say, well, it's just a fluke. He just got lucky. Time after time after time after time. Jesus. Oh, 22 the hard way. Another plus. Plus max. Chase it. All right. Back to the min. Double for the loss. Double down. Uh-oh. 1, 2, I think. 3-4. Here we go. It's getting it when it counts. That's the thing. But you got to have it out there. That's the thing. You got to have it out there. There's no point in, you know, sort of like, oh well. I'm trying to restrain myself. I'm not very successful. Oh, that's a good one. Plus, that was pretty good too. I like that. Oh, and another 22. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. +1, plus max. No, just repeat it. Okay, now we chase it. Uh-oh. 3-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it, I ruined it. Didn't matter. Well, he deserved it. I love these 22s. I guess that's a repeat. Another one. Minimum. Double for the loss. Repeat. Oh. Gurgle. 51. I should think so. Repeat. 1, 2. Oh, that's nice. All right, minimum. That's a bugger, those 7s, you know. Repeat. 51. Repeat. Oh, keep getting those. I love it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Double for the loss. 1, 2. I think we're at the end of this. All right. So that was in the end. That was pretty damn good. That's plus 8,000 something. So I like it. And I will follow up with the XL in a bit. Bye bye for now. All right. So this is another one of those wizard sessions that doesn't entirely suit my purposes because it handed me a very obvious player edge, and I'm a whole lot happier when I get something to get my teeth into, and the algorithm gets something to get its teeth into. Interestingly, actually, in this particular session, and I've rechecked the bets very carefully, I actually come up with a figure that's about 2,000 less than what the wizard showed as the win that I'd reached at the end of the session. The wizard had me at 8,125, and I'm showing 6,175. Hey, a win is a win. I'm not complaining, but it's just kind of odd. But anyway, I'll happily go with a lower number, and let's just review what we've got here. We've got a 13.2% player edge, and that's illustrated here. And then, as usual, you've got the tracker for the chart for pattern betting. The way I played it on the sorry, a little break there. I needed some lubrication. Just water, honestly. But what are we looking at here? We've got action of 24,200. 210 is the average bet. Average win 271, average loss 181, average win value over average loss value 149%. In this session there were 57 wins net, that is 51 losses. So that's where the percentage comes from, and it's bumped up actually by the fact that that's just actual wins and losses, and it's altered to plus 13.2%. with the help of double downs and naturals, all of which are very welcome. Very happy to see them. Indicated here, you take the 13.2%, multiply it by my action, and you get an indicated or suggested probable outcome for random betting or flat betting, 3,184. And that's really very straightforward. I mean, there's just it's just there. The exposure for pattern betting was 4,400, which is not shown here because what happened was we had prior wins. So when you get to this point here, you'll see 2,588, and then we dropped to 188, and so there's 2,400 there. And of course you have to count in as exposure the value of the next bet, which was in this particular case 2,000. So that's how it is. Yeah, I do want to apologise for the sound quality on recent videos. I've been struggling with a new microphone, and I'm pretty good with software, but hardware really defeats me. And trying to get the settings right has just proved very frustrating. I think this time it's better, but I'm not sure until I'm done. So we'll just have to wait and see. Let's see, what else do you need to know here? Going down to the bottom, we see the house edge of 13.2%. We see that the way that I played, the way that I bet, I had a player edge of 25.5%, which is more or less double. So that's good. What do we have here? We had 6,000. You've got the action there. 115 rounds. 57 to 51 was the gross. Before little benefits like naturals and so on. So it was a good session, no doubt about that. It was an easy peasy piece of cake one. There was a couple of big bets. There were a few 2,000s in there, but on the whole it was pretty average. Pattern betting. This is the very top for pattern betting. We're not interested in that at this point. Let's go down to here. We had higher action, higher average bet, obviously. A slightly lower result by about 1,000 and something, but altogether good. The algorithm is as close to perfect as I can get it. I suppose I could struggle a bit harder, but it's supposed to be just a kind of an indicator of the fact that as long as you have a fixed set of rules, rather than betting randomly or flat, then you're going to do just fine. As long as you protect yourself. You don't have to do a crazy Cody and sit still for 43 consecutive losses or whatever the hell it was in that horrendous session that he put up a while back. I think it was Red Rock, but he just sat there and he said to the pit boss, "Am I being pranked?" He could not win a bet. And yet, he just kept on throwing money into it, and he went $1 million down, and then he got his $1 million back plus 100,000, which he'd actually won at baccarat. But what was the point of that exercise? It was just a demonstration of incredible stubbornness, stupidity, recklessness, and all the rest. Keeping in mind, of course, that it's his money and he can do what the hell he wants. But he is doing it in public, and he is putting up his nonsense ostensibly for entertainment. Anyway, pretty much the same story for the algorithm. Yeah, I'm having to keep pausing here because I'm having a real vocal problem today. It's not the microphone, it's my larynx. But never mind. I'm generally wonderfully healthy, so I have no complaints whatsoever. What else? Let's have a look at double or drop, which continues to do extremely well. And it's so infuriating that there are so many people who just trash progressive betting, and the casinos know full well that the only thing that can beat them is progressive betting. So that's why they have table limits. It's why they're shitty when somebody wins too often, according to their little sort of private rule book, which says if you win too often, you're a cheat. Even when all you're doing is using the rules of the game that they invented and which they imposed, using those rules to benefit. Going to the very top summary here, I haven't looked at this for a while, but you'll see that overall, we've had some crazy times with the algorithm, and that's because there's no bailing out, there's no gagging, getting up and going with the algorithm. I just let it do its thing. But it's doing very well. The light green here is as I said, I'm having a talking problem today, so I keep pressing pause to swig another little glug of water. Well, just one mouthful basically, because I don't want to actually drown. But yeah, this is the full story here. And the algorithm is given a crazy max. This is a Dana White style max, 200,000. He says he's allowed to bet 300,000 around at his favourite casinos, all of which he thrashes, and one of which he nearly put out of business, all on his own. Amazing guy, obviously a magician, and too smart to tell anybody how he does it. He keeps it to himself, unlike me. Where else? Let's go back down to online. That's that. Now, one thing that I've done here is I've just created a new, very simple worksheet which shows you how ridiculous it is to argue when I state a simple truth, which is that random betting is essentially the same as flat betting. And whenever that comes up in any kind of discussion, I get, no, it's not. Well, only an idiot, of course, could argue about it, but there are lots of idiots gambling for sure. In fact, lots of people would say that anybody who gambles is an idiot, and I actually sympathise with that because, I've seen an awful lot of idiots cause themselves terrible harm in the time that I spent in Nevada. But anyway, let's see if I can get this thing to go where I want it to go. Control F6. Yeah, here we go. This is just a very simple thing. It's set at a house edge of 1.4% against us, so that's an anti-player edge. And what you get in this particular iteration is fixed, which is just 1,000 every time, 94,000 lost, random, which is bets between 25 and $25 and 2,000, which is an average of about the same. Loss 151,000, and then let's recalc it. And what you're getting here is that the dark red line is flat betting, and the purple line is random. And I do hope this will stop that crap that I get once in a while, which is, random betting, if it's done right, blah, blah, blah. It can never be done right. It just can't. But boy, oh boy, I get such crap over that. So I don't know how many more of these you think I should do. Perhaps no more. I don't know. But anyway, I think it demonstrates pretty well what Wally's people are, who argue that the way that John Sirasani bets, for instance, or any of these professional losers on YouTube. They are, they're there to draw you in. They're there to attract you to the notion that winning is so exciting that it makes losing fun. I mean, come on, Jesus. Now, I don't think I've got anywhere else to go. I think I'm done with this for now. So I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh boy, I am such a Nelly sometimes. Obviously, what I needed to do with this model, this flat versus random, or flat and random, or only idiots bet randomly model, was to collect together a whole bunch of examples of So there's iterations, if you want it accurately. There are 5,000 lines here, and in this particular lot, 111 times 5,000. So that's 5,000, 500,000 and 555,000. There you go. Finally got it right. But let's just do it. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Okay, what you see here is you see the flat result overall was 1.5% against the player. The random was 1.51%. So the difference between the amount won and lost is 101% here. And let's just do it again and see what we get. Good if I pressed the right tit, wouldn't it? All right, then we go to the big reveal right here. Ta-da! All right, so this time 1.31 negative, 1.27 average, and this chart obviously only refers to the current iteration. So we're talking 98% as a difference here, and it's all so obvious, but people pay no attention. And I get that most gamblers are not thinkers. They're in it for thrills, for fun, for excitement. But given the harm that's done by widespread access to legalized gambling, I think it's time people started thinking. Do they really want to throw their money away, or do they want to spend it on something useful? Do they want to build casinos with their savings, or do they want to sort of make the family's life better and, whatever? Not my choice to make. I get that. But you know what? It's really sad what's happening, not just in the USA, but all over the world. It's just the same here in the UK. People are throwing bloody tens, hundreds of thousands away with no chance of making any money. And until they start thinking, they've got no chance. So, anyway, that's it.